I'm glad you didn't send me that poster.
You are?
Rage and anger are not how a mother wishes to remember their son. I've had enough of that without a poster to remind me.
He's playing a part in that picture. It's him, but it's not him. It's him and someone else.
We all play parts. Some of them we play so long, so well, we become the part. I am Andre's mother. You won't let me be anyone else. You can't. I can't either. You are Andre's friend. You always will be.
We've gotten very good at playing those parts.
I was still a young woman when Andre died.
I realize that now.
Now?
I'm about the same age you were when Andre died. I was cruel about age then. Most young people are. I judged you harshly. Too harshly, no doubt. We're still not the same age, but closer. Closer.
Thank you for not saying you and Mr. Gerard have your golden years ahead. Mr. Gerard passed at Easter.
I didn't know that.
You didn't ask, and you had no reason to.
I'm very sorry to hear it.
Everyone dies sooner or later. Even 29-year-old, perfectly healthy, beautiful young men.
They shouldn't.
Maybe I'll find a new husband and pick up where I left off. Adopt a child and start a new family.
It was 8 years before I met Will, Mrs. Gerard.
Or maybe I'll end it all now and jump out the window. I live in the tallest condominium in Texas. That should do the trick. Thank you for asking, Mr. Porter. Andre's mother is doing just fine.
I'm sorry. How could I have known? Penny should have told me.
Penny didn't know. The morning paper read, Mr. Gerard died after a long struggle with illness. I would have said, after perpetual disappointment with life. He is survived by his wife, Catherine, a Yankee humdinger who never fit, and a son, Andre, who died at age 27 after a pesky cough.
That's what we all thought at first.
I never felt at home in Dallas.
I don't think Andre did either.
I don't like gratuitous familiarity. How y'all doing today, darling? Y'all hurry back now, you hear, sugar? I never got accustomed to being addressed sugar by the checkout lady, black or white. Well, it's neither here nor there. How long have you and Mr.
Will Ogden.
Sorry, Will.
Will Ogden?
How long have you and Mr. Ogden been together?
It'll be 15 years this summer.
You and Andre?
We had 6 years together.
That many?
I wouldn't call 6 years many. Not when you plan to spend the rest of your life with someone. I think you should have the poster,
No.
Mrs. Gerard.
I wouldn't know what to do with it. I'm downsizing. My things, my life, everything.
My dad downsized when his lady friend passed.
Lady friend?
My mom died when we were very young. I never really knew her. And then he met someone else, a widow. They never found the point of getting married. It rocked Bethel, New Hampshire. Anything can rock Bethel, New Hampshire. Andre and I sure did the times we visited.
Your dad seemed nice the one time I met him.
He still is. He's 75 and not going anywhere in the foreseeable future. His dad made it up to 91. He died tapping maple syrup.
I thought maple syrup was Vermont.
Everyone does. Maple syrup doesn't recognize state lines. But ours is better.
What about your sister?
Penny's in Soho trying to start a family. She and her husband are having difficulties getting her pregnant.
Christmas cards didn't mention that.
He's a Danish architect with a fairly unpronounceable name, Bjorn Jakenford.
Isn't anybody from New York anymore? In my day, everyone in New York was from New York. It's become a city of out-of-towners. My mistake was letting Mr. Gerard sweep me off to Texas. He said there were nice, cultured people there. He was wrong on both counts.
I like Austin and San Antonio. My work used to take me there.
I never understood what you did.
Neither did Andre. I'm a money manager.
That much I knew.
Other people's money. I can explain it to you, but it's very boring, trust me.
Thank you, I will.
When my own brief fling as an actor was all too apparently going to end, I surprised both Andre and myself and became a yuppie. I shocked us both at how good I was at it. But I don't travel. That was non-negotiable. I had a lot of clients on the West Coast.
Done very well for yourself from the looks of things. You've come a long way since Perry Street.
Will's mother helped us when this building went co-op.
Very generous of her.
That was Jean. We never got to pay her back. She died 3 months later.
I used to tell Andre that he could have the house in Dallas when his father and I were gone. He'd say, "Great! Could you wrap it up and send it up east?" He could be very sarcastic.
I know.
He liked to tell people he went straight from his high school graduation to the Trailways bus station to New York City on his own savings, which is ridiculous. He flew to New York on Braniff. Do you remember Braniff? It was one of their last flights. And guess who paid for that flight? Sarcastic and a little uncomfortable with the truth.
Dramatic exaggeration, he called it. It was never for a mean or malicious end.
We had theater in Dallas. He was very disdainful of it.
He could be a terrible snob, too.
He was barely 18 when he left Texas. That is too young for a boy to move to a city like New York.
As a young gay man, he didn't feel comfortable where he was.
Andre wasn't gay when he went to New York.
Okay.
He went to New York to be an actor. It's a beautiful fire.
It's a gas fireplace. The logs are made out of some sort of ceramic material.
Very realistic.
It doesn't give off much heat.
I can feel it.
If you're interested,
No,
I can...
that's all right.
I guess air conditioning is more of a necessity where you are.
We have our cold spells. We call them northers. Blue northers. They sweep down from the Great Plains. Some of them are merciless.
I wish you'd call me Cal.
All right, Cal.
Thank you. And I'd like to call you Catherine.
It is my name.
Well, that's settled.
It's only taken 20 years.
Let me take off your coat.
No, that's all right. I really must be going. Don't let the label fool you. It says Neiman Marcus, but it's from a second-hand fur shop. My husband almost had a heart attack when he saw it. I had to show him the price tag just to prove I hadn't bankrupted him. I'm such a Scrooge about money. I hope Andre kept his sense of humor about it. He got it from me.
Andre always said he was more like you than Mr. Gerard.
He was. But if you told him that, he'd be furious. I always thought one of the greatest tragedies of Andre's life was that he and his father were never close.
One of the tragedies.
Maybe he'd still be alive.
I didn't kill Andre, Mrs. Gerard.
I'm not saying that, Mr. Porter.
I didn't give him AIDS.
The way he chose to live his life
It wasn't
did.
a choice.
Everything is a choice.
I didn't make him gay either.
Someone did. I hate that word. It used to mean something nice, something joyful. A good time was had by all. We lost that battle too.
I'd say you'd lost every battle.
But won. I don't have to approve.
I suppose not.